name has been Lakoff, Head of Biz Dev with Tukey, and I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to do a token campaign using the Tukey network. So originally this was designed for token sales, so any sort of primary offering, but we're doing a number of really interesting things with the token product. So this is any time that you're selling some sort of token to somebody. So use your imagination. You can do whatever you would like with this, but today I'm going to show you how to do this. So I have already created a page. This is a personal page using Tukey. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a separate page for a company and then do a token sale campaign. So I will create a new page. I'll go through this in a quick tutorial for you. Okay, so my Tukey page, so this would be the landing page, and then I'll do a separate campaign for it. So I'm actually going to do it for one of our launch partners, Block Devs Asia. So this is their website. One thing I'll do to make this a little bit quicker, this is a demo, so I'll just take some screenshots, I'll take some videos, some images from their social medias and things like that. But if you were doing this yourself, obviously you'd want to make it look a lot more pretty. I'm not a designer, so I'll do my best. But this would be the page that we're creating. Okay, so the page has been created. This will be the landing page for the organization Block Devs Asia. So I want to add some information here. I want to add a cover, a logo, but this is kind of about the organization as a whole. And then down here, this is where you're going to start your different campaigns. So you could be selling tokens for this or donations for that, a number of different campaigns. So I'll set this up real quick. Normally I would resize this, make it look a little bit easier, but it's all pretty user-friendly. Change, reposition, upload this all, upload the images. It's all in here. So I'll add a little bit more in here. Just about it. So again, landing page, a little bit more about the organization. Okay, so the page is done. So this is the Tukey page we have. Then we're going to run different campaigns. So like I said, we're going to do a token sale campaign for this. So traditionally, you could do some sort of ICO, anything like this. This is the interesting thing. If you're doing an IEO on an exchange, you can actually do an ICO. You sell a few of those tokens through the Tukey smart contracts. Where you can enable the referrers to earn a little reward for sharing that campaign, that token sale with interested parties. But for this one, we're just going to start a different token sale campaign where we're selling tokens. So start a campaign. These are the campaign types that are open. We've got a ton of different campaigns in development. We have a number of MVPs that we're testing. Right now, the two that are live are tokens. So tons of different use cases. Donations, this one's a big one for charities, foundations, nonprofits, a way to collect funds using Ethereum, using cryptocurrency, and using this virality that's built into the Tukey network. So for this one, tokens. So this is a hackathon organizer. So you say, why would they be doing a token sale? So they could do a number of different things. They could tokenize their shares, and it would be a security token offering where you're selling shares of the entity behind Block Devs Asia. It's actually organizing the hackathons. However, we had some back and forth, and what we decided was this is quasi-donation, quasi-ICO, I guess. So what we're doing is we're selling Block Devs tokens. So these tokens you will purchase by sending in Ethereum. They will use this funds to run their hackathon. And then the winning team of the hackathon, whatever you had, the number of tokens you had purchased, this will represent credits in that winning company's product. So it's quite interesting in that, it's basically, you consider it a donation, maybe some sort of crazy investment, but the idea is I'm going to give $1,000 to promote blockchain education and innovation within Southeast Asia. So Block Devs is this going to take that $1,000, put on this hackathon. All these teams are going to come in, compete, they'll get some swag, the operating costs associated with running these things. However, if the winning team has an interesting project, say, for instance, they have some sort of marketing automation tool. We all use those, right? So you've given $1,000, so you will get some sort of credit. So say $1,000 in credit to the product that they end up launching. It's a hackathon, very early stage. Sometimes these don't end up being companies or products or anything. So maybe you just funded some innovation within Southeast Asia via these hackathons, but maybe you'll be able to swap those tokens into something that might really provide value to you later on in your life. We're doing a number of different things like this too. So you can sell any sort of ERC20 tokens using 2Key Network. Everybody's incentivized to share, sharing this all across the internet. Then later you take those tokens and you swap them out for equity in the company or something like that. You can do a number of different things. So I'm going to do the tokens and we'll go ahead and create a contract. Clicking this. It's a pretty easy wizard, goes through. This explains it a little bit, just that when you're the contractor, you're creating this, write all of the details in the smart contract, and then you share it across the internet. Anybody that actually converts, so they're purchasing tokens, everybody along the chain will earn a little reward for passing that link on to this converter, the guy that actually purchased tokens. So again, this guy, who is he? Maybe he's just wanting to fund innovation within Asia. Maybe he knows one of the teams that's going to go, and he's like, I really want some credits with the product that they're going to launch. So we're trying to reach this guy. We're this person right now. We're creating the campaign to sell tokens for Block Devs Asia, trying to reach this converter out here. So we think that we've got the incentives right to ensure that this link gets passed on to the desired target, which is this guy. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to pause this, do it a little quickly. We have a wizard that walks you through it. It's pretty self-explanatory, but within this, you're going to go through all of the details, how much the referrers get, what kind of bonuses are, what the kind of tokens, all of this. So 2Key is an all-in-one platform. You can mint the tokens if you don't have them yourself. So we're going to mint Block Devs Asia some tokens. If you've created them, you can donate those. You can send those into your wallet that you have with Block Devs Asia and use those tokens. So that would be if you're doing an IEO and selling somewhere else. But you can create a wallet using 2Key. So this is a 2Key wallet. It's very easy. MetaMask, Ledger. We also have integrations if you have one already. So I'm just going to set one up through this. So a very secure password. This is your backup phrase. So you want to copy this and save this, not in a Google Doc, probably terrible. But 2Key is going to make sure that you remember these. So town, rich, exhibit. Make sure you save it. Town, rich, exhibit. You're going to go through this for the whole thing. We'll pause it. So after I've clicked through, we're going to register this wallet. Okay, the wallet's created. This is the name. This is my public address. So I'm going to save this so I can send some ETH, send the tokens I've created somewhere else, whatever. That's your public address. Okay. So now we are going to create the campaign itself. So I'm actually going to pause this, but it really goes through step by step. What's the name of it? You design it. One tip here with the campaign, we have a nice editor here. I actually just take screenshots of the web page, throw it up. These are demo videos. As a 2Key launch partner, we'll actually help you a little bit. We have a designer, so we can make sure that this campaign page looks really good. So this is your sales page. Why should people buy tokens for you? So with this campaign page, we want to clearly explain a few things. So one, what are you buying? You're buying tokens. What do they represent? They represent some sort of service that will be offered by this future company that comes out of the hackathon. And then the other important thing is, we want to explain the incentives. So if I get this link and I say, I've already donated a ton of money this year, innovation in Central and South America. Asia is not really my thing, but I do know some friends that are quite altruistic and, they're interested in hackathons. So I'll share this with them. If they end up purchasing some tokens from Block Devs Asia for whatever reason, because I have shared that with them, I can earn a little reward. So it's incentivizing me to share it with the correct target audience, with the ideal converter, or at least share it with somebody who might be able to introduce me to that person that can convert. So I'm going to go ahead and take some screenshots, create the campaign, and then I will restart the video right before I go live with him and talk through it. Okay, so I've made a very beautiful landing page. I couldn't remove my face, so I'm in it. The idea here is make a nice landing page. This is your campaign page. For something like this, there should definitely be terms and conditions. So if, for instance, the hackathon doesn't happen, there's a number of extenuating circumstances. Who knows? So definitely want some terms and conditions. You are selling tokens here, so I'm just putting a link to another website. But design this the way you want. As a launch partner, we will help you design it, make it look a lot prettier. And clearly, I'm not the designer because I would make it look a lot prettier. So if I'm doing it, you're stuck with something like this, which is not ideal. So on this page, so this is kind of the guts of this. So you can, if you have your own ERC token, so again, this would be like an IEO. I'm selling some tokens via this exchange, and I also want to sell some via the Tukey network. You would select something like this. You would deposit some of those tokens into this, into your wallet here. So it explains it a little bit. We also can create our new token. So you say, no, I don't know. I'm a hackathon provider in Asia. I don't have my own token. This is a crazy new idea. So you can actually create a token using the Tukey network. It walks you through the whole process. You'll need some gas to create these tokens. But for this example, I'm just going to explain, I'm just going to use Tukey tokens. So as an example here. Okay, so for this, I'm just going to use the Tukey token for example. So in this example, I would have created these block dev tokens before. So I want to say the token price, how much am I selling these for? 1 for 1, that's always pretty easy. What is the soft cap? So what is the minimum amount you're willing to accept to actually launch this project? Hard cap, the max. Campaign bonus, so how much do you want people extra tokens to receive? So if I give $1,000, I'll get 1050 tokens, so block dev tokens or Tukey tokens in this example. What kind of currencies are you accepting? ETH, fiat? Do you want people to be able to buy it with dollars? I'll just collect Ethereum. Start and end date. What do you do with the unsold tokens? So if we don't hit the hard cap, what do? Do we return them? We burn them, etc. You can set up any sort of lockup. So again, with this one, we're doing something a little bit different. So we're just selling these tokens that will represent something a little bit later. So for this, there's no lockup needed, nothing like this. We want everybody to participate, so $1 minimum, so you can buy 1 token. Minimum age, should probably put 18 in there. Restricted countries, where do you want people not to be able to be from? So yeah, you choose any of these. So I'll just choose Afghanistan, sorry guys. Identity verification, so do you want to collect KYC? Do you want to set a copy of their driver's license, passport? We can provide this. You'll still need to do the actual KYC itself, but we can provide all of the documents needed to do the KYC or through Civic, which is one of our integrators. So I'll go ahead, I'll do no. Max contribution, yeah, we'll let a whale be able to donate. So that's this one. Referral reward, so this is when I share it to somebody and then that person donates, how much does the referral get? So I'm going to put 10%, I like round numbers. Then you can play around with, how many people. So if it's 10%, there's 10 people on the chain. Somebody donates $100, that means $10 goes to everybody on the referral chain. If there's 10 people, each person gets $1. Thanks for sharing the link where it needs to be. But we have a number of different models, so infusing a little bit of game theory in here and seeing how can we perfect the incentives to get people to share this in the most interesting way possible. We have a number of different limitations here, so how many times you can share, etc., reducing spam and all of these other things. Interesting little features, that's for sure. So go ahead and go next. So now this is my review. So take a look. Does this look okay? This campaign looks beautiful, as I said. It explains it. So if this looks good, we need a little gas in our wallet, so I'll deposit some in there, and then we can deploy the contract, and we're off to the races. We can start selling these tokens and collecting Ethereum, and hopefully have one heck of a hackathon in Q1. So again, Block Devs, these are one of our launch partners, and we'll be selling tokens via the 2Key network. So you can find if you can donate and contribute to innovation in Asia, or you can share it and perhaps earn a little reward if somebody else donates. All right, so send a little ETH from my other contract or from my other wallet. So go ahead and deploy the contract. So this might take a second. It's writing it to the main Ethereum blockchain. Deployed, ready to go. So I need to send some 2Key. The contract is ready. So send it here. And then I am ready to start distributing this link and collecting funds for Block Devs Asia. Check them out. blockdevs.asia. They are one of the 2Key launch partners. It's actually the end of December 26th. I still have a few more launch partner slots open. So if you have any innovative idea where you want to sell tokens, use the 2Key network. We can add a little virality to your message and ensure that the incentives are in line to get that message in front of the people that are eligible to donate to your project. Have a great day, guys.